The Cleveland Cavaliers, often referred to as the Cavs, are an American professional basketball team based in Cleveland. The Cavaliers compete in the National Basketball Association, NBA, as a member of the Central Division of the Eastern Conference. The team began play as an expansion team in 1970, along with the Portland Trail Blazers and Buffalo Braves. Home games were first held at Cleveland Arena from 1970 to 1974, followed by the Richfield Coliseum from 1974 to 1994. Since 1994, the Cavs have played home games at Rocket Mortgage Fieldhouse in downtown Cleveland, which is shared with the Cleveland Monsters of the American Hockey League. Dan Gilbert has owned the team since March 2005. The Cavaliers opened their inaugural season by losing their first 15 games and struggled in their early years, placing no better than 6th in the Eastern Conference during their first 5 seasons. The team won their first Central Division title in 1976, which also marked the first winning season and playoff appearance in franchise history, where they advanced to the Eastern Conference Finals. The franchise was purchased by Ted Stepien in 1980. Stepien's tenure as owner was marked by 6 coaching changes, questionable trades and draft decisions, and poor attendance, leading to $15 million in financial losses. The Cavs went 66-180 over the course of those 3 seasons and endured a 24-game losing streak spanning the 1981-82 and 1982-83 seasons. George and Gordon Gunn purchased the franchise in 1983. During the latter half of the 1980s and through much of the 1990s, the Cavs were a regular playoff contender, led by players such as Mark Price and Brad Daugherty, and advanced to the Eastern Conference Finals in 1992. After the team's playoff appearance in the 1997-98 season, however, the Cavs had 6 consecutive losing seasons with no playoff action. Cleveland was awarded with the top overall pick in the 2003 draft, and they selected LeBron James. Behind James and Zydrunas Ilgauskas, the Cavaliers again became a regular playoff contender by 2005. They made their first appearance in the NBA Finals in 2007 after winning the first Eastern Conference championship in franchise history. After failing to return to the NBA Finals in the ensuing 3 seasons, James joined the Miami Heat in 2010. As a result, the Cavaliers finished the 2010-11 season last in the conference, enduring a 26-game losing streak, the 3rd longest in NBA history. Between 2010 and 2014, however, the team won the top pick in the NBA draft lottery 3 times. First in 2011, where they selected Kyrie Irving, and again in 2013 and 2014. After 4 seasons with the Heat and having won back-to-back titles in the 2011-12 and 2012-13 seasons, James returned to the Cavs in 2014 and led the team to 4 straight NBA Finals appearances. In 2016, the Cavaliers won their first NBA championship, marking Cleveland's first major sports title since 1964. The 2016 NBA Finals victory over the Golden State Warriors marked the first time in Finals history a team had come back to win the series after trailing 3-1. The Cavaliers have 23 playoff appearances and have won 7 Central Division titles, 5 Eastern Conference titles, and 1 NBA title. Franchise history. The following season saw the Cavaliers gradually improve their on-court performance thanks to season-by-season additions of talented players such as Bobby Bingo Smith, Jim Chones, Jim Clemens, and Dick Snyder. The Cavaliers improved to 23-59 in their sophomore season, followed by a 32-50 record in 1972-73 and 29-53 in 1973-74. In 1974, the Cavaliers moved into the brand-new Richfield Coliseum, located in rural Richfield, Ohio, 20 miles, 32 km, south of downtown Cleveland in Summit County, now part of the Cuyahoga Valley National Park. The move was done as the Cleveland Arena had fallen into disrepair, and the location was chosen in an effort to draw fans in from nearby Akron and other areas of Northeast Ohio. That season, the Cavaliers finished with a 40-42 record, falling just short of a playoff berth. In the 1975-76 season with Carr, Smith, Chones, Snyder, and newly acquired Nate Thurmond, Fitch led the Cavaliers to a 49-33 record and a division title. Fitch received the league's Coach of the Year award as the Cavaliers got their first winning season, made their first ever playoff appearance, and clinched their first Central Division title. In the playoffs, the Cavaliers won their series against the Washington Bullets, 4-3. Because of the many heroics and last-second shots, the series became known locally as the Miracle of Richfield. They won Game 7, 87-85 on a shot by Snyder with 4 seconds to go. But the team became hampered by injuries, particularly to Jim Chones, who suffered a broken ankle. The Cavaliers proceeded to lose to the Boston Celtics in the Eastern Conference Finals. It is widely believed among both Cavaliers fans and players that the Miracle team would have won the 1976 NBA championship had Chones stayed healthy. Cleveland won 43 games in both of the 1976-77 and 1977-78 seasons, but both seasons resulted in early playoff exits. After a 30-52 season in 1978-79, Fitch resigned as head coach. The following season, after going 37-45 under Fitch's successor Stan Albeck, original owner Maletti sold his shares to Louis Mitchell, who sold the shares to minority owner Joe Zingale. In 1980, after just a few months, Zingale sold the team to nationwide advertising magnate Ted Stepien on April 12, 1980. Early on in his tenure, Stepien proposed to rename the team the Ohio Cavaliers, part of a plan that included playing their home games not just in the Cleveland area but in Cincinnati and in non-Ohio markets such as Buffalo and Pittsburgh. He also made changes to the game day entertainment, such as introducing a polka-flavored fight song and a dance team known as the Teddy Bears. Stepien also oversaw the hiring and firing of a succession of coaches and was involved in making a number of poor trade and free agent signing decisions. The result of his questionable trading acumen was the loss of several of the team's first-round draft picks, which led to a rule change in the NBA prohibiting teams from trading away first-round draft picks in consecutive years. This rule is known as the Ted Stepien Rule. The ensuing chaos had a major effect on both the Cavaliers' on-court performance and lack of local support, going 28-54 in 1980-81, Stepien's first year as owner, followed by an abysmal 15-67 mark in 1981-82. The 1981-82 team lost its last 19 games of the season, which, when coupled with the 5 losses at the start of the 1982-83 season, constitute the NBA's second all-time longest losing streak at 24 games. Although the team improved its record to 23-59 the following year, local support for the Cavaliers eroded, which eventually bottomed out that year by averaging only 3,900 fans a game at the cavernous and isolated Coliseum, which seated more than 20,000. Though Stepien eventually threatened to move the franchise to Toronto and rename it the Toronto Towers, to the point that he had a Toronto Towers logo created, brothers George and Gordon Gunn purchased the Cavaliers in 1983 and decided to keep the team in Cleveland. It would be another 12 years before Toronto finally got an NBA team in the form of the Raptors via expansion. As an incentive to the Goons, NBA owners awarded the team bonus first-round picks for each year from 1983 to 1986 to help compensate for the ones Stepien traded away. Please like, subscribe, and comment on the next video you want to see.